Welcome to Success International Training Institute. It's absolutely a good day today because we are around to have a discussion. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please like and share and drop us a comment in the box below. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if our sessions are helping you. So what's on my mind today? Well, let's think about this. You know someone who works 8 hours per day for 5 or 6 days per week. They're still broke. And they decide, all right, since I'm broke, let me get another job. They get a side job, they're still broke. Then they consider again and they get another job. So now they have 3 jobs and they are still broke. Now they're not only broke, they are as broke as hell. Yes, they're as broke as hell. Well, maybe it's not you, but someone you know. I guarantee you know someone who is like that. You're working, and there is nothing to show for it. Absolutely no money. They can't find you to go to a dinner if your family needs to. You don't respond to telephone calls. You just have no time. You don't catch up with friends. You can't go on vacation. You're just too busy. Yet there is no money. You are dead broke. What is happening? Have you thought about this and how many of us that kind of situation is actually affecting? How could it be that we are in a generation where so many of us are so busy, literally working ourselves to death, and we have nothing to show for it? There is no money, there is no investment. Then really what I'm thinking is that clearly you don't understand what the term time is money really means. Otherwise, it couldn't be that so many of you are caught into that situation where you're working yourself to death day and night, 7 days per week. And there is nothing in your pocket. There's nothing in your home. Matter of fact, many of you are still renting. Many of you are not renting by choice, but renting because you can do no better. Many of you take public transportation not by choice, but because you can't afford a vehicle. You have to be borrowing paycheck to paycheck. What then are you working for? So that is something that we all have to consider. And when I thought about it, it really leaves me wondering, what is it that would have gotten us to a place where if we say time is money, why are we not getting the money for the time we're spending on the jobs? Why are we not saving any money? Why are we not investing? What is happening to the money that we are working so hard for? So then, let's take a deep dive into your life to see what is keeping you so busy and yet so broke. So here are some questions that I want us to ponder, and depending on the response you have, then you will know why it is that that situation would have led you to being so broke yet so busy. First question: how much are you getting for your service? You're working. What is your pay like? Who negotiated this for you? Do you know what your service is really worth? Were you so desperate that you took on something without even considering how much it is that you really should be collecting for your pay? Have you ever thought of doing some research about what your competency should be equal to in terms of monetary value? Did you ever think that someone working in probably a less prestigious position, probably less hours, would be earning more than you're earning? Someone who is equally qualified may be earning more than you're earning. Could it be that you never negotiated your salary well? Could it be then that you simply took the first thing that came to you instead of really ensuring that you're getting your worth, assessing your value to the firm and determining that I am worth more. I am supposed to be paid more. Yes, there may be circumstances where that kind of negotiation can take place. But if you find yourself in a situation where you have a job and 2 side hustles or 2 extras, and you still can't afford to live a decent life, then you have to take a good look at where you are and the kind of money that you're bringing in from what you classify as your primary job. So that is the first question. What is it that you're getting for the service that you're rendering? Is your service commensurate to the amount of money that you're taking? So that's the first consideration I want you to have. Ensure that you know whether or not you are getting the pay that you truly deserve. Second question, what is keeping you at that price point or that salary point? How is it that you end up year after year in the same price point or salary scale? What is it that is causing you not to be moved or promoted or even be qualified for some incentive program? Have you thought of the amount of time that you would have spent at that particular desk or that job on that task and why you're not able to move? When was the last time you took a look at what your job is like, what you're getting paid for, and what is it that is preventing your move? Why is it that others are getting more money than you're getting for the same kind of job that you're doing? How then are you being satisfied on that job? What is it that satisfies you? Because maybe it's not really money, but if you're broke, so you have to be taking other jobs to meet your basic needs, then something has to give. Some way you have to be thinking, this can't be right. This can't be why I am working so hard, so many hours, and there is nothing to show for it. Think about what keeps you at that level and where you need to go from there. Third question, what will it take for your rate to increase? What do you really need for them to say, yes, you are deserving of a higher pay? What will it take for your boss to give you the promotion that you think you deserve? How do you know that you need to be moving? Already we spoke about it. You're broke and you're working 6-7 days per week for more hours than you really would want to. Then when you assess your situation and whether or not you are really deserving of a move in your salary, begin to look at why you are still there. Could it be that you require training? Are you trainable? Should you be retooled? Should you be rotated? Do you need to be trained in a different area? Should you be switching jobs? Should you move to another department? How are you going to move from that level you're at in order for you to really get the kind of recognition and pay that you believe you deserve? A matter of fact, so many of us don't even know what we deserve. And that is why we remain in the position thinking that the bosses are doing us a favor by paying us pittance or paying us what they deem fit, because we haven't sold ourselves as being competent enough for them to reward us. Then, if you're not competent enough, if you're not properly skilled, really you don't deserve a move. But if you are, or if you realize that you really need to be retooled and retrained or to be trained in something new, then you should be getting yourself into some program. You have to take the steps that are necessary to get you into the place where you are fully competent to carry out the job that you are being paid for. So when the bosses come to you to say, you don't deserve this promotion, you don't deserve this increase, then that couldn't apply to you, because you have done the work to ensure that you are fully equipped, competent, capable, and you're actually carrying out the work. Not that you're lazy, not that you are sitting waiting on handout, not that you're saying you can't do when you know for sure that the job needs to be done and you're able to do it. So we're not talking about those persons who are sitting down and not doing anything to ensure that they're moving. When you think about the question, what is it that is needed to get you into a new level for you to be able to demand a certain kind of pay? It has to be a true introspection. You can assess your own self. You know where you are. You know that if you continue to fool yourself in believing that you're trained or you're qualified and you're not, sooner or later that's going to come out. Might as well you get yourself trained. Might as well you get yourself into a program that can get you up and running to be able to carry out the job. We talk about whether or not you're trainable. Sometimes persons are not trainable, or they do not show that they're trainable, and so the bosses really just keep them where they are. So you're stagnant. You can't move. So that is one of the things you have to consider when you are working several jobs and you are as broke as hell. Fourth point, you know that you cannot save your way into wealth. You have to invest your way or accumulate your way into wealth. So the fourth question I have for you is, what is it that you're doing with the money that you're making? What are you investing in? What is it that is moving the money from your bank account into the hands of service providers or suppliers? Why are you not an owner? Why are you not an entrepreneur? Why are you not investing in shares and bonds and real estates and other businesses? Why are you not coming up with ideas and pushing out businesses month after month, or even if it's one business that you are building on that to create wealth? Why are you sitting back and simply being a consumer? It doesn't matter how much you earn. Really, wealth and moving out of a situation where you're working yourself to death is going to be dependent on what you do with the money that you're earning. Take a look at your expenses. Are you spending on things that you don't need? Are you spending wildly simply because you're influenced by these providers? What is gauging the kind of money that you're spending? Do you have a budget? Are you planning for the things that you need or you want? Do you think that going on a vacation on a credit card is really wise spending? Do you think that buying 10 different colors of the same bag is wise spending? No, it's not. I'm saying to you, when you think about how much you earn and what you have to do to earn that money, you have to take into account and take seriously where that money is going. Because if you retire where you are and with your habit, you're still going to be broke as hell and can't afford the medical bills that come along with old age. When you become a senior citizen, you're going to face increased medical bills. That's just natural. Take a look at your expenses. Take a look at the things that you're spending on that you really do not need. How much in credit card interest are you racking up? Why do you have so many credit cards? Why do you need so many things and you can't afford them? Why do you continue to shop online when you know you can't pay the bill? Why then are you going to the restaurant 7 days a week and using your credit card for that when you could be cooking? Think about these things, the things that are draining your pocket, draining your bank account. And what you're doing is paying other persons for things that you really could be doing, or you could be saving that money. Not just save because money sitting down in the bank isn't earning you anything. Did you not know that the money sitting down in the bank is the worst kind of investment? That's not even an investment. What you're doing is really giving the bank your money. You need to find stocks and shares to buy. You need to ensure that you're investing in bonds and securities that are providing you with the kind of interest to allow you to live a financially free life. But you can't do that unless you take the first step. So when you believe that you can work your way into health, into financial health, you're really fooling yourself. If you continue on this same path, the only thing you're doing is creating further problems because you're reducing your health, and that is going to cost you money. Do you know what medical bills are like now? Do you know if you sit in the hospital for 2 or 3 days, how much it's going to cost you? Can the 3 jobs you have pay for that? I doubt it. I doubt your children will be able to pay off those bills. So what I'm saying to you, with this kind of situation that you're in, there must be some breaking point. You must see that it's not making much sense. You must come to the realization that this is not sustainable. For a short period of time, you can do this, but you must have a goal in mind. And that goal should be for you to be investing where 3, 4, 5 years, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be spending hours on end on a job that's not taking you beyond the supermarket. It's not taking you beyond the clothing store. Anything you're spending so much time on should be something that is going to create wealth for your family. And that means you need to be buying up stocks and shares. I've said it already. I'm saying it because I want it to get right here in your brain. So you must be buying stocks and shares and bonds. They will accumulate. They will multiply that interest for you. You must be investing in real estate. You must be investing in education and training. You must be upskilling yourself. You must be getting yourself qualified for higher posts. Or you must be opening your business. How many of you have had ideas about opening a business and allowed it to go on or allowed other persons to do it for you? Why are we sitting down and being satisfied with being broke? Why are you allowing your children to be raised into a situation where they can't see you because you're always busy? Why are your friends and families not being able to socialize with you for an extended period? Why are you breaking your family apart? Because you're busy working. Do you think that what you're working for is worth it? I beg to differ if you're coming in home broke, because time means money, means wealth. That's what it really means. So if you value your time, if you value your effort, if you value the service that you render, time must mean money. They must pay for your time. They must pay for the service. They must pay for what you are dishing out to them day after day. So let us get into a frame of mind where we stop believing that we can spend 24 hours on a job and make it work. It absolutely does not work. It never has, and it absolutely never will. Find yourself into a position where you are an owner and not simply a consumer. Find yourself into a situation where you know where your money is going. Every single penny of it. That means budget. That means assessing your expenses. That means eliminating waste. That means making sure you're carrying home and keeping money in your pocket. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to find a fourth job and still be broke as hell. So let's get up, let's move, and let's change that dynamic. Let's get onto a platform where we know we need more than that, where you know you're better than that, where you know you're worth a whole lot more than that. Thank you for watching. Please share. Please also like this video, press the subscribe button, and turn on the notification for when we have more videos. Leave us a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know the steps that you intend to take to ensure that you are not broke, and that you have a very clear understanding of what time is money really means. Thank you.